Like, so these items are here, all purchases that you made, or?
Yeah.
Did you pay for any of those items, or did you just walk out with them? So if you want to come meet us at the station, shouldn't take us very long.
On January 11th, 2025, officers in Will County, Illinois responded to a delayed retail theft at a Target store. The evidence was already overwhelming before a single door was knocked. Store surveillance captured the subject entering the vestibule with nothing, spending nearly 1 hour selecting merchandise, and walking past the final point of sale without approaching any register.
Hi there. Yeah, just really quick question. So you said that you did visit Target today, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Obviously, it's like, is that picture you?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So
I was going to make some returns.
Okay, perfect. Did you, like, so these items are here, all purchases that you made, or?
Yeah. Well, that was expired. That's like the
Do you have the receipt for that?
I do.
Yeah, did you want
Throw it
to?
away. I can go find it. I'm so sorry.
Okay, so,
yeah, I had gone in to make returns, but there was like a really long line.
Okay.
So I just decided to come back later.
Gotcha, okay. And then this is your vehicle as well?
That's me, yes.
Okay, perfect. And that's what you drove over there?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So really quickly, here's the discrepancies. We got a call from Target.
Oh, dear, okay.
Video shows, I've seen the video. They show me taking items, not passing a register at all, not going up to the front at all to pay for any of those items.
Oh.
And you walked in.
Yeah.
And I can tell by your reaction right now that you kind of...
Well, I went in. I had to go to the bathroom really bad.
Okay.
I was going to go do the return, but then I went shopping. I grabbed a couple pouches.
Okay.
And I came back. I had to go to the bathroom.
Okay. So where did all these items come from that were in that cart?
Well, I was going to return, like those diapers. They don't fit my baby anymore.
Okay. But the thing is that when you walked in, you didn't have anything. You walked in with nothing.
Oh dear. Okay. I had a cart.
I mean, I know that you have the cart, but when the video shows you walking into Target, you have nothing. Yeah. You grab a cart, you grab a tote, and you fill up that tote with a bunch of items.
Yeah.
Reality finally hits home. Our subject quickly realizes that Target isn't a charity, and her lucky streak has officially reached its expiration date.
Now, where is that tote with a bunch of items?
I do have the tote.
Okay, inside?
Yes.
Okay, so, be honest with me.
Yeah.
Did you pay for any of those items, or did you just walk out with them?
Being honest, I did not. I'm sorry.
You didn't pay for them?
No.
Okay.
I got really bad stomach issues, and I just had to go. I kind of pooped my pants a little bit.
So were we planning on returning back at all? Were we planning on?
Absolutely.
Under Illinois Criminal Code 720, Illinois compiled statutes. Section 5/16-25. Retail theft is complete the moment a person knowingly takes possession of merchandise past the last point of sale with intent to permanently deprive the retailer of its value. Every element was documented in 4K. No probable cause was in dispute. Officers had the footage, the vehicle description, and the subject's home address before making contact. The residential contact raises the first critical constitutional issue, the Fourth Amendment, as interpreted by the Supreme Court in Payton v. New York in 1980. Prohibits law enforcement from making a warrantless, non-consensual entry into a private residence to effect an arrest. The officers here did not cross that threshold unlawfully. They knocked, they waited, and the subject voluntarily opened the door. No warrant was required because no entry was forced. The contact was constitutionally sound from the first moment. The second major legal issue involves the subject's voluntary statements. The Fifth Amendment protects against compelled self-incrimination. However, that protection is not triggered by every police conversation. It applies specifically to custodial interrogation. The Supreme Court established in Berkemer v. McCarty in 1984 that brief investigative encounters at a person's home, prior to formal arrest, are generally non-custodial. The subject was free to close the door and decline all questions. She did neither. She answered every question voluntarily and without legal counsel. Each explanation she offered was inconsistent with the prior one, and each was contradicted directly by the surveillance record. Her statements were legally obtained and fully admissible.
Okay. So here's the thing, though. What we have is, what's done is done already. I appreciate you being honest with me. I know that it took, all around that. But Target does want to pursue criminal complaints, okay? So with that being said, can we maybe get a jacket on, or, some shoes on? Because you're going to have to come with us, okay?
Okay. My husband with my kids.
Okay.
Right.
Jacket, okay?
So I have to go to the station?
Yes, you're going to have to come with us, okay?
Am I going to, like, have to stay there?
So, not going to have to stay, but it's going to be, like, I'm going to cite you with a citation, okay? And then you'll be able to come back home. So you can have your husband pack up the kids and come get you from the station, okay? But obviously, like I said, Target wants to pursue complaints, and if we can get that, that's an arrest. Okay, so you're being placed under arrest. Okay, so just so you know, like you're going to come with us. You've been pretty open and honest with me, which I appreciate.
Will that show up at like my work?
I mean, I don't know what you do for work with your work on that. Okay. So give me a second. Zach, do you want to maybe try to talk with?
Yeah, I'll go along. How you doing?
Hey, how are you?
Yeah, everything's okay.
But the drama doesn't stop there. Enter the husband and children. This is the exact moment the family afternoon turns into a legal nightmare. Pay close attention to the husband's reaction here. Nothing says unplanned audit quite like a man realizing his wife's shopping spree just became a police matter.
So we were just going to make it easy if we could just get some. She's going to come back home. We just need to get some shoes and a jacket. Is that okay?
My purse? Can you get my...
I mean, you're not really going to need much, like I said. So, like, I mean, we have their information. You can bring your purse if you'd like, but I'm just telling you, there's probably no need for it because you're going to be in. We'll do some fingerprints, photographs, get you a citation written, and then go. Okay. So.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Is there any reason, like, kind of like you just didn't? I mean, I know that you said that you got stuff going on, but
just really sweet,
okay.
You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. You didn't put any of the stuff away. Is the tote still there, or do you guys have all the stuff?
I do have the tote. I did start to put things away.
Okay.
I did put everything back in it.
Okay. We'll just take whatever the.
Stuff back,
well, I would like to give them.
It?
I would like to give them back. You know what they have.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that that's the case with them.
Okay. Could I pay for it possibly?
That's a call I would have to make over there. Okay.
Okay.
Can I pay for it right now? How much is it?
So, here's the unfortunate thing: is regardless of what it is, her Target wants to pursue some stuff. So, so she's going to be taken back to the station. Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay?
No.
So if you want to come meet us at the station, shouldn't take us very long. You can pick her up in the back, but she's not staying. Okay.
Tell me when you're ready.
The formal Miranda obligation under Miranda versus Arizona, 1966, attached only upon arrest. Any statements made after the arrest announcement and during transport should have been preceded by a clear rights advisement. The transcript does not reflect that advisement being given. This is not necessarily a constitutional violation on these facts, since the post-arrest statements were largely logistical in nature. However, the absence of a documented advisement creates an avoidable evidentiary gap. Best practice requires Miranda prior to any substantive post-arrest questioning. On the question of arrest authority, 725 Illinois compiled statutes, Section 5/107-2 authorizes a warrantless arrest when an officer has reasonable grounds to believe a person has committed a felony, or when a misdemeanor was committed in the officer's presence or confirmed through complaint. Here, the officer had probable cause under the totality of circumstances standard from Illinois versus Gates, 1983. Surveillance footage plus positive identification plus voluntary admission equals one of the strongest probable cause records in a routine theft investigation. The subject asked whether she could simply pay for the merchandise and avoid the arrest. This reflects a common misunderstanding. Under Illinois law, once a retailer files a criminal complaint, payment by the defendant does not extinguish the offense. The criminal and civil remedies are independent. The retailer retains a separate civil cause of action under 740 Illinois compiled statutes. Section 135/1, the Illinois Retail Theft Recovery Act, which allows recovery of actual damages, a civil penalty, and attorney fees regardless of the criminal outcome. On use of force, the officer applied handcuffs and conducted a brief pat-down of outer garments. Under Graham versus Connor, 1989, force is evaluated for objective reasonableness from the perspective of a reasonable officer at the moment of the decision. The subject was compliant, the offense was non-violent, and no weapons were involved. Handcuffing a compliant misdemeanor arrestee is within accepted use of force parameters. The pat-down of outer clothing was justified under Terry versus Ohio, 1968. as a lawful search incident to a lawful arrest. On the question of detention, the officer correctly explained that Illinois' Pretrial Fairness Act, commonly called the Safety Act, codified at 725 Illinois compiled statutes, Section 5/110, limits pretrial detention for many non-violent offenses. For a Class A misdemeanor retail theft, citation release is the default, absent a judicial finding of dangerousness or a documented prior criminal history that elevates the risk profile. The officer's advisement on this point was accurate and reflects current working knowledge of Illinois pretrial law.
We do need the product back.
Yep. So yeah, if we want to,
Help me get.
she has a tote. We can come in.
Sir, do you mind if I step in with you? Yeah. I appreciate it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do I not bring my purse? I just bought my.
I saw her open it. So
Oh, I'm sorry.
are you sure that you want to bring all this? Like I said, like you're going to be in and out, and you can bring your phone.
my phone? Is
You can bring
that
your phone.
Phone and ID, that's really all you need right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll just get this back to your husband, okay?
Okay.
And then hold on one second. I'm gonna
Yeah.
search the rest of your pockets. You just got some gloves in there.
Yeah. But,
Okay. I'll get that. Oh, I just saw your jacket. You didn't have anything else on you, did you?
No.
I'm gonna put this in your jacket pocket, okay? Because I
Yeah.
gotta hold on to your stuff.
Oh,
I'm
of
just gonna
course. No, I
keep it up with
understand.
me in front, okay? I'm just gonna make sure that they have the stuff back, okay?
You've got my
But
wallet.
I do. I have your
credit
wallet and I
card
have your
in
phone,
case they
okay?
let me
It's the whole
pay
case.
for it? Yeah.
So
Do you think they'd let me pay for it?
that's something I'd have to call Target for it, okay?
Okay.
So we'll just take that step by step. When we get back there, I'll make some phone calls for you and see what's going on.
Okay, so he has no clue. This is the tote, but there's nothing in it. So I don't know.
Yeah, there wasn't.
Okay, where are the items at then?
There was like a bag of granola, and then there was.
Sarge, are you okay with her coming and grab the items?
Okay.
She will be
All right,
escorted.
perfect.
Can you please grab the items for the report?
All right, whatever we are here. We need this one through the grass area, okay? And just go ahead and face the car for me, okay?
Yep.
Just go ahead and put your hands on your back. I'm gonna have you take the thumbs off there, okay?
Take one step back.
Perfect. Just gonna have you take a seat, okay? Okay. All right. We should be very far, so just give us a minute, okay? Thank you.
Your keeper's coming in, by the way.
Is it? Thank you. We're en route back to the station.
10-4, I'll turn everything over.
Yep, so like I said, we're going to go in. We're going to get you a court date, some information. We're going to fingerprint and photograph, and then you should be able to go. Usually isn't too long of a process, okay? That's up to the judge. Once we do our stuff, that's up to them as far as what goes on. Like I said, that is all pending the judge. They don't even make these things detainable anymore with the new Safety Act. Like I said, like for the amount that you have, a lot of the times they would, allow us to take back to the adult detention facility with stuff like this. But it also just depends on previous and everything else. So.
The charge level itself depends on merchandise value. Under 720 Illinois compiled statutes, Section 5/16-25, Subsection B, the offense is a Class A misdemeanor when the value is below $300 and escalates to a Class 3 felony at or above that threshold, or upon a qualifying prior conviction. The footage does not establish a total merchandise value. That determination will be made through the evidentiary inventory. It is the single most consequential factual question remaining in this case. Now to the grades. The lead officer receives an A-. Probable cause was thoroughly established prior to contact. The residential approach was constitutionally sound. De-escalation was consistent and professional throughout. The arrest and pat-down were proportionate and lawful. The deduction reflects the absence of a documented Miranda advisement following the arrest announcement. On these specific facts, it did not produce a constitutional violation, but the omission represents a procedural gap that disciplined practice should prevent. The subject receives a C+. Her ultimate admission was honest, and her physical compliance was complete. However, she made the single most consequential legal error available to her. She voluntarily answered every question without invoking her Fifth Amendment right to remain silent and without requesting counsel. No law required her to speak. The surveillance record would have been sufficient for prosecution with or without her statements. By speaking, she eliminated any ambiguity and foreclosed several potential defenses. The grade reflects honesty and compliance, offset by the complete absence of any rights assertion. Target Corporation receives an A. The 4K surveillance documentation was comprehensive and time-stamped. The description provided to officers was precise and actionable. The decision to pursue criminal charges was fully within Target's legal rights and directly enabled the investigation. Lessons from this case. First, the right to remain silent exists specifically for encounters like this one. A person is never required to explain themselves at their front door. Invoking the right to remain silent and requesting an attorney is not an admission of guilt. It is the lawful exercise of a constitutional protection. Second, Miranda warnings are not a formality. Officers should deliver a clear and documented advisement at the moment of arrest. Before any further conversation, regardless of whether the subject appears cooperative, documentation protects the prosecution and the officer equally. Third, payment does not cure a criminal complaint once filed. Anyone facing a retail theft contact should understand that the retailer's decision to pursue charges is independent of any offer to pay. Negotiation, at that stage, if any, happens through legal counsel and the prosecutor's office, not at the door. Fourth, surveillance technology has fundamentally changed retail theft investigations. 4K footage with precise timestamps eliminates the evidentiary ambiguity that once gave minor theft cases significant prosecutorial challenges. The camera is now the most reliable witness in the room. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic that you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching. And do not forget to check out our second channel, Street Bodycam, for even more police interaction and courtroom content.